What's going on, everyone? It's your favorite blue guy here. I thought it was time for another story. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about my old build team, Builders Can, and how we almost got a bow spleef map accepted to the server. See that blue rectangle down there? It's a little bit tiny, but it's there. That is a unique Blue Freak subscription button. If you click that and turn notifications on, you'll get automatic notifications for when I post. Here's your pre-video homework, folks. Stare at this bar graph for 10 seconds. Awesome, fantastic. Now let's get that percentage down to like 20. I really think we can do it. The build team was something I created as a spur-of-the-moment thing. It was an early morning in January of 2014. This was before pretty much all of you even logged into the server for the first time. I was bored and simply decided to create a build team. It was as easy as that. I started with just me, no server, no nothing. I came up with the name Builders Can because with any amount of effort, Builders Can get things done. Exciting stuff, right? I made the thread and immediately I got people willing to help me out. If anyone here has been on the forums or on the server within the past few years, you may recognize the name Bug Froggy. Bug Froggy is a former moderator of nearly 5 years, and he was the first person to join the team, and he was a pretty big reason that the team did what it did. Once it was me and Bug Froggy, we were able to get a bunch of pretty good builders out to help us. One of the main ones was a dude by the name of Sean543211. Sean had the absolute builder swag within him to the point where we could pretty much do anything with his help. Once we got our server up and running, we immediately got to work. We got a few more people on the team, but me, Bug Froggy, and Sean were the main three. Our first project as a team came to be known as Mount Netherist, a bow spleef map that had a nether theme to it, hence the name. According to our submission thread of this map, we spent a long and hard 5 days working on it to see if we could get it on the server. We even went as far as to make a trailer for the map. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the moment you've been waiting for, the official trailer for Mount Netherist by Builders Can. Riveting stuff, isn't it? I know I certainly almost faint from the adrenaline I get from seeing this trailer, and the community must have felt the same way as well, as we got a lot of positive responses from the community. Yes, even the pig. All what could have been a huge break came for us a day or two later, when Mr. IRAP himself, former leader of the Mithrintia build team, the one responsible for all the old school maps on the server, saw our build. He expressed interest in getting it on the server. All he wanted us to do was to fix parts of the wall and make it not look as much as a checkerboard. We were ecstatic. This was our shot. We immediately did as he said and fixed up the wall. At that point, there was only one single request between our build team getting our first build ever as an official map on the server, getting an MC edit format schematic of the build. That was all we had to do. If we had done it, we were looking likely to get it added. This could have been the beginning of something fantastic. However, we didn't know how to do that, and it was too late when we figured out how to. By the time we figured out how to convert it to the format that IRAP wanted, the Mithrintia build team was replaced with the current day Hypixel build team. The Hypixel build team never contacted us back about our map, and they never showed interest in it being added. Thus, as upsetting as it is to say, Mount Netherist would eventually be permanently shelved, and we could only think of it as a what could have been. Now, as sad as that moment was, knowing we were so close to getting a map that we made on the server being played by hundreds of thousands of players, things were looking bright for our team, and once the map got attention, we began to get a ton more applications to join. We eventually became a fully fledged operation, and we immediately got to work on our next map, a TNT run map called Forlorn. Our gimmick with this map was that the further down you went, the darker the map got, since it was underground and there were no windows with light. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the official trailer for Forlorn, built by Builders Can. I hope you guys are seated for this one. I know. We posted this map as the second official map built by Builders Can, and while it got some attention, it was nowhere near the amount that Mount Netherist got. Nevertheless, we weren't discouraged, and when it became clear that the Hypixel build team was not going to look at this map, we got started on our third one. Well, more specifically, Sean got started on the third map. Our third map as Builders Can was a TNT tag map called Crypt, and it would end up being the final official build completed under the Builders Can name. This is going to be a little bit disappointing, but I don't have a trailer for this one, sorry to say. Sean built most of this map entirely on his own, so even though it has the Builders Can name on it, it's more so his map than it is ours. This map got a bit more feedback than Fallen, but again, it wasn't enough to get attention from the Hypixel build team. After this, we started work on a map that would sadly never get released, a Blitz map called Regium. Here's some screenshots of what that map would have looked like. Shortly after we announced that we were making Regium, files were lost, and we ended up losing the whole map due to things out of our control. It was at this point that the team was unlikely to come back together and build anything else. Everyone wanted to go and do their own things. So a couple of months later, Builder Can unofficially disbanded. A few months after that, in September of 2014, I decided to try and bring back Builders Can as sort of a building-themed guild. Remember, this was before the build battle game mode ever existed. What I did was I requested the thread to be moved to the guild section to get more traction, and we ended up getting 100+ members. At the time, it was the largest build-related group ever on the Hypixel server. Unfortunately, the most we did building-wise was just our own creative server. We never worked on any official maps, and a few months after that, it was very clear that there was nothing left to get from Builders Can. And so with that, I officially disbanded it on March 7th, 2015, over a year after I initially created it. The story of Builders Can is always going to be the most interesting one for me, how we came so close yet so far to getting a map of ours on the server, to the sudden explosion in popularity despite my lack of building experience, and the memories that came with running that group. I don't plan on making another team like this in the future, so I hope you guys don't ask me to open up again, because it likely won't be happening. Anyways guys, I hope you learned some things you didn't know before from this video. I had a lot of fun looking back on this, and I thought it was an important thing to talk about at least once on the channel. Before we go though, I'm currently working on my own Q&A video, so if you have a question that you'd like to ask me, write it as a response in the Q&A thread that I'm going to link in the description below. I'll try to get to as many as I can, so if you want to be heard, make sure you reply to it. With that being said, I am out of here. Peace guys.